Are you a parasocial? Well, that is the word of the year according to Cambridge Dictionary. But what does it even mean? In a world where AI tools, chatbots, and faraway celebrities, think Swifties and the BTS army, appear to form better connections with us than the family member or friend or colleague right next to you, you could stake claim to being a parasocial. What's in a word? A great deal. Words can convey feelings, ideas, intent, and all shades of thought under the human sun. And when a word rises above the rest to capture the mood of a time period, the zeitgeist of the age, it gets on the podium of Word of the Year. Yes, we are nearing the end of another tumultuous year, and the dictionary folks do not intend to disappoint us this time around, too. Dictionary.com was first off the mark, coming out with its word of the year in October itself. Maybe they had enough of 2025 already. And guess what it was? 6-7. Yep, that's a number, and that is what the good folks at California's dictionary.com adjudged as word of the year. What exactly does it mean? Well, a big social media flavor amidst the youth and not particularly meaning anything. No surprise, it's meant to be so. It's sort of an inside joke, you could say, and quite viral all over the place. It's no surprise that social media trends have been dominating word of the year selections in recent years, considering how so much of our lives are now intertwined with cyberspace. In fact, cyber itself was the word of the year for the American Dialect Society back in 1994. Now, they were the first to launch word of the year in English way back in the early 90s. Some recent examples range from hashtag and binge watching to hallucinate, referring to AI hallucination, and brain rot, as symbolic as it gets, which was Oxford Dictionary's word of the year last year. Very apparently, times are dark, and the tears of joy emoji may just not work anymore. Because a quick scroll through the words of the year by various leading exponents in recent years reveal that increasingly the words selected tend to display negative emotions or thoughts. Joining terms like perma-crisis, gaslighting, and toxic over the past decade, last year's selections particularly took the cake. Words that are depressing as much as they are telling about the times we live in. Polarizing, that is a word by Merriam-Webster. Enshittification by Macquarie Dictionary. And of course, brain rot by Oxford. Going by what's happening around us, it is pretty unlikely that the rest of this year's selections are likely to be chirpy or optimistic. Anyway, let us close by one Indian word which captured the imagination of the dictionary editors across the world back in 2020, when, due to the pandemic and lockdowns, Oxford Dictionary did not select a specific word, but amongst the list of terms it highlighted was an Indian word of the year. Guess what it was? Atmanirbharta.